Hello, and welcome once again to the Dental Marketing Mastery Series. This podcast is brought to you by dentalwebcontent.com and New Patients Incorporated. I'm Howie Horrocks, the founder of New Patients Incorporated. Along with me once again is my friend and partner and the president of New Patients Incorporated, Mark Dilatush. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to our podcast. We're so glad to have you here, and we're glad to have Mark here, too. How you doing, Mark?
All right. Howie, you skipped a week last week. I had Lee on.
I know. What happened to me?
I don't know. You were creating something, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to talk about something that we think is really exciting for our audience coming up, and that is the update to Unlimited New Patients Volume 3, which came out a few years ago. We're going to be coming out with an update from that very shortly, I understand.
Yeah, in the next week or so. We get questions about it. We actually got questions from one of our own staff. They said, are you going to be revising the entire Unlimited New Patients Volume 3 book with this new content, or is this going to be a separate thing?
Right.
And the answer is it's going to be a separate thing, because when we went back and looked at all of the stuff that's in Unlimited New Patients Volume 3, and we considered to ourselves, well, how many of these strategies and techniques and targeting and deployment and the volumes and everything that we talk about in that book, how many of these are still applicable? And the answer was 99.7% of them.
Yeah. I think maybe just from memory, maybe the only thing that wasn't so up to date was where we talked about mobile. Mobi websites, which have gone away.
Right. That's the one in there that you don't have to have that one.
Yeah, but everything else is it's rock solid. It's the way we take care of our clients and advise them on what to do with their marketing strategies and dollars and all of that. So it has weathered the last few years very, very well, I think.
Yeah. So the update is, so these are the emerging trends that have happened in the last 7 or 8 years and worthy of a portion of our client budget. Doesn't make any sense for us to write an update about things that don't deserve a piece of our client budget.
Right.
We would just be writing an article and say, you know what? Don't do this.
Yeah.
Which doesn't...
There was a discussion recently on a dental forum about the back of grocery store receipts.
Yeah.
I think we tested that like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of funny.
Does anybody have any good movie theater ads?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there is no such thing. It's a unicorn. Stop. All right. So, anyway,
the update. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, the update. I'm sorry. So
derailing you.
Right. No, it's okay. So, I mean, things have evolved in dentistry. Well, when did we released Unlimited New Patients Volume 3 in 2010, I think, right? 2010 or 2011, somewhere in there. And, over the last 7 or 8 years, I mean, when do things not evolve? I mean, I think everything evolves on a continual basis, right? So the whole universe spins, we can't stop it, right? So in our job, our life's work, our whole reason for being is, what works, what doesn't work, and why? Basically. Yeah. Okay, that's, people ask us, what do you guys do? We figure out what works, what doesn't work, and we figure out why. That's basically what we do. And, there's a million ways that we do it, but that's the bottom line. That's why people have us manage their marketing budget. So anyway, over the last 7 or 8 years, the practical application of websites, of social media, search engine marketing, social media marketing, reputation and reputation and online reputation management, online scheduling, bidding for advertising space on the internet. I mean, banner ads, remarketing. I mean, there's so many things.
Call management.
Oh my God, that's changed tremendously over the last 8 years, right? So what works? Everything works in Unlimited New Patients Volume 3, with the one possible exception, which is mobile websites. They're all responsive now, so you don't have to worry about those. Plus all the stuff in the update. So all of it is now applicable. Now, I from an 1,000-foot elevation view, Howie and I, we would do marketing summits, and the marketing summits that we would do, we would hammer home the idea that your cornerstone foundation of your marketing is a good, solid online, good, solid internal promotion to your existing patients, and some form of properly targeted offline promotion to drive the right people to your online properties. That hasn't changed.
That's eternal.
Right. Right. That hasn't changed. So all these other things have become kind of tentacles off of that center of and it's a terrible analogy, but that's kind of the foundation of the house, those three things, and everything else are your walls and your second floor and your roof and your siding and your windows and your shutters and all that other stuff. In other words, things you hang on top of your foundation. They're just logical, technological, in some cases, extensions of what we already knew. So that's what the update is about. It's about 27, 30 pages long. It's not, it's not onerous. We'll tell you that if you haven't read Unlimited New Patients Volume 3, don't read the update until you read Unlimited New Patients Volume 3, because if you did, you'd read the update and think that that's what life is about, and it's not. It's just the last 6 or 7 years of what dental marketing, life is about.
Yeah, maybe we'll take a quick break here, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about the update. How's that? Okay.
Yep.
So don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, Mark, do we have a Facebook group or something?
We do have a Facebook group, Howie. It's called Dental Marketing Mastery Facebook Group. Oh. And in there are hundreds and hundreds of dentists who are participating in conversations about everything from internal promotion to PPC campaigns, everything from how to approach local businesses to attract new patients, all the way to online scheduling. Almost everything about dental marketing is being discussed at the Dental Marketing Mastery Facebook group. So if you're a listener of our podcasts and you'd like to extend the podcast conversation, ask questions, engage with your colleagues, engage with staff. We have practice management consultants. We have all kinds of professionals on the Dental Marketing Mastery Facebook group. So welcome, one and all.
All right, here we are back again. So glad you're still with us out there. So we're talking about the update to our smash dental bestseller, actually, of a few years ago, Unlimited New Patients Volume 3. I mean, geez, we sold a ton of those.
Yeah, we still have hundreds of downloads in a month now, too. So it's still,
exactly.
Yeah, so people are still, I guess we're not advertising it, so people must be telling each other about it or something. So anyway, all right, so what's in the update? Gave you a little sneak peek of what's in the update. First of all, there's a really cool forward by my friend and partner, Howie, who basically says, you know what, everything changes, get over it. And it's true. I mean, you wouldn't expect that out of Howie, but, that's true. I mean, it's good advice. Everything is going to change. Then we talk a little bit about the business of dentistry. And how that's evolved over the last, 7 or 8 years. DSOs, their impact, their advertising, the impact on the price of practices. Hell, I don't even think I mentioned the cost of being a dental student. I should have probably in the update. I should have mentioned that, but that has had an impact. I mean, there's just so many things in the business of dentistry. Then we got into the recession, the winners, the losers through it, how the winners won, why the losers lost. Because those are really, really, really powerful lessons for a dentist to learn, because a dentist's career goes 30 years. They're going to go through another recession. Okay.
Yeah, probably 3.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Once every 10 years, we have a recession. Right. So you're going to need to know what to do, how to do it. You need to learn from the wisdom of your colleagues who actually not only grew through the recession, but then came out of it and they're just smoking it right now. So, exactly what did they do? How did they do it? Why did they do it that way? So we share a little bit. We share a lot there. Then we get into specifics with websites, what's new, what's old, how much their importance has grown over the years, how much more traffic funnels through them, whether it's through internet promotion or offline promotion, doesn't matter. That traffic still flows through your website. Your own patients, what your own patients search for, what they don't search for, how they search. It's amazing, right? All the stuff that we learn. Remember in the old days, we used to have to track data almost like follow people. Right?
Yeah.
Like stalkers, like how'd you find this office, right? Yeah. Well, now on the internet, if you do any internet marketing at all, that data is just poured right into your reporting platform.
There's an insane amount of data available that we didn't have.
Exactly. Right. And us, we're data geeks, right? So
yeah, we love it.
Our life actually got easier in the last 8 years, versus the years before the last 8 years. I mean, it used to be difficult, you have to talk to Mary at the front desk, and she said, no, Mr. Jones said he was referred by Bob Smith. Well, Bob Smith came in off of this, and you have to argue with people, right?
Yeah.
Now you don't have to argue with anybody. It's like it's right there in front of you in black and white. So that's the result tracking, call tracking, the overhead of being a dentist and overseeing your marketing results in one dashboard. It's just so phenomenally better now than it was 8 years ago. It's light years ahead. All the way to social media, what you should use it for, what shouldn't you use it for, how you should use it, what are the realistic expectations from it. Google AdWords, my God, there's a whole, I don't know how many words are in that Google AdWord chapter. And again, what should your expectations be? What kind of media it is? What are the pros? What are the cons? When should you put your money in it? All the way down to online reviews and reputation management. What does it mean? How can it help you? How can it hinder you? All the way to online scheduling, down to, just the nitty gritty on all this stuff, right, that has happened in the last 7 or 8 years that has made, it's actually made us more effective as marketers. I look at every one of these things as another tool. And when we have a new tool, then we're kind of like nerds and we want to go take it out for a test drive.
Yeah. We want to play with it.
Yeah. And, it's something that, I guess, if you may not understand this in the listening audience, but we're passionate about it. Right. It's like kind of like discovering gold or something. Like, look what I found. Let me see how this works. It looks shiny, right? Let me see what this is good for, right? And honestly, 9 times out of 10, it's useless, right?
Yeah.
But the 1 time out of 10, then becomes really impactful. And then you test it internally. You test it with a testing group of clients, and then you unleash it on the dental world. And it's just, the whole thing is just, Howie and I get up every morning and we're like, what's next? What can we bring to you guys next? And it helps us, helps our clients, helps our business. We don't do it, just from a passion standpoint. Obviously you have a business to run, but it also helps our client. We have clients that have been with us now for 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 years. 21, 22 years. Right. So it keeps our business growing. So, and that's it. If you have a business like ours and you're constantly looking for the next new client, then pretty soon you don't have a business, right? So if you do a good job and, you're good people, and for the most part, your clients stay with you over the years, then you end up growing your company. So that's basically, that's another reason why we're passionate about it, because our company continues to grow through it. Anyway, so for all of our podcast listeners, I'm sure you're on our email list. If you get our weekly newsletters announcing our weekly podcasts, likely on a weekend, keep your eyes and ears open, because one of those will have a link. It'll be downloadable. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. It'll be
it's free.
Yeah. Well, unlimited new patients. I know it's. I ignore the obvious. Unlimited New Patients Volume 3 is free. It's on our website right now. You don't have to wait. You can just go get it right now. It's under resources, education. Anyway, you can download all our stuff now, but in about a week, actually, it might coincide with when this podcast releases. But somewhere around the next week or so, you'll have an email and you'll see it, and it'll say it's released, and you just click the link and you go download that as well. And for our podcast, we'd be really happy to hear from you. So let me give you how you can reach us. Howie's email address is whh@newpatientsinc.com. And my email address is markd, MARKD, @newpatientsinc.com. And if you read the book and you have questions, if you read the update, you have questions, or if you don't read either one of them, you just want to ask a question, or you have a specific situation that you'd like us to talk about in a podcast, we'd love to, because, we do one of these a week. So we were joking before we get on this podcast, we're looking at 52 things we just talked about in the last year. Yeah. We were joking around going, Howie, we're going to run out of stuff to say. Right. Right. And then you can always go back and regurgitate some old stuff and people don't remember it, but we're growing. We have a pretty, like a pretty loyal podcast audience, and they'll catch us. They'll catch us regurgitating. We don't want to do that. So ask questions, give us a situation. If you're an associate, owner, DSO, whatever, send us your situation, challenge, or whatever in an email. Introduce yourself, and we'd love to talk about it.
And the whole also you can participate in our Dental Mastery series in Facebook.
Yeah, there's the Dental Marketing Mastery Facebook group. People are signing up. Actually, a lot of people are. There's like 800 or 900 dentists in there. Anyway, it's real chill. It's up to the minute. Practice situations, questions. What would you do if? Hey, I'm struggling with X. My challenge is Y. And then we have clients on there, and we have other dentists who aren't our clients who are contributing. We have practice management people in there. I'm in there. Howie's in there. We are almost our whole team's in there. So feel free. We feel that's the community. Ultimately, our podcasts, our books, our updates, our marketable attributes spreadsheets, our marketing summits, the videos, everything that we do to help educate dentistry, ultimately will lead people to that Facebook group to continue the conversation. Because there's nothing better than having a conversation as a dentist with other dentists. Howie and I aren't dentists, so almost nothing that we say you're going to be 100% convinced of until another dentist says the same thing. Okay. Then you'll be like, okay, that's right. And that's fine. We understand. Fine. We get it. We
absolutely
right. We don't pretend to know clinical dentistry. So anyway, our update's coming. Keep your eyes and ears open for it. That's a little bit about the content that's going to be in there. We hope you love it and get a lot out of it, and it helps you make really smart choices and get your nerd wisdom level up to its all-time high.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate that you're out there listening to us. So we'll be back next week. Bye now.
We hope you've enjoyed our podcast today. You can find more podcasts on our YouTube channel, on Stitcher, and iTunes. Also on our websites, dentalwebcontent.com and newpatientsinc.com.